The next TV show will not act, but rather it will be extra information so that the hope will never about some mental illness. Bipolar disorder, formerly called manic depression, is a mental illness that causes stress, mood swings, including emotional highs, mania or hypomania, and emotional lows, depression. When you get depressed, you can feel sad or hopeless and lose interest or pleasure in most activities. When you move, change the mania or hypomania, like extreme tank mania. You may feel euphoric, energetic, or unusually irritable. This change is a mood can affect sleep, energy, activity, language, judgment, behavior, and the ability to doing correctly. Episodes of mood swings can occur rarely or many times a year, although most people experience emotional symptoms. Eating disorders are complicated psychological fatalities that affect the physical and emotional health of a person. They involve intense emotion and behaviors regarding food. These disorders are very dangerous diseases that can have permanent psychological and psychological consequences if they are not treated. The five types of eating disorder are anorexia, bulimia, compulsive eating disorder, O is if FED disorder, and food avoidance or restriction disorder. Involving a dietary restriction, people with anorexia drastically limit their food intake and have an intense fear of gaining weight, even weight is considerably low. Microxic from Angeles Alice and a Wonderland syndrome is a neuropsychological disorder that distorts visual perception. Thus, with this disorder, sparing disorders such as Microxic. This syndrome is associated with a migraine, brain tumors, or psychological active use. The onset of Epstein-Barr virus can be considered IWS can be caused by abnormal and mode of electrical activity that results in abnormal flow from inspired on the brain that process visual perception and texture. Anecdotal reports the subject that his symptoms are common in childhood. Will have a high. Alzheimer gets worse over time is a progressive disease in which dementing symptoms gradually worsens over the years. In this early stage, memory loss is mild. Back in the final stage of Alzheimer, people lose the ability to carry on a conversation or respond to the environment. Alzheimer is the sixth leading cause of death in the United States. People with Alzheimer live an average of 8 years after symptoms becomes apparent, but survival can range from 4 to 20-year-olds depending on age and other health. There is a currently no cure for Alzheimer, but treatment for the symptoms are available. Schizophrenia is a serious brain disease. People who can hear voices that are not there. They might think that other people want to harm them. Sometimes it doesn't make sense when they speak. This disorder makes it difficult for them to get a home or take care themselves. Psychical symptoms disorder a person thinking. This is including hallucinations, delusions, difficult organizing strange thoughts and movements. Negative symptoms make it difficult to show emotion and have normal behavior. A person may appear depressed and withdraw cognitive symptom affect the thought process. The signs include problem using information, decision marking, and paying attention. Gales de la Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder that first manifests in childhood or adolescence. Before the age of 18, Tourette syndrome is a characteristic with many motor and cognitive tics that last for more than a year. The first symptoms are usually involuntary movements, tics, of the face, arms, limbs, and trunks. Tics are frequent, repetitive, and fast. The most common fear symptom is a facial tic, blinking, twitchings of the nose, grimace. They can replace or act other neck, trunk, and limbs and tics. These involuntary tics can also become complicated. Obsessive compulsive disorder is a mental health condition with three main characteristics. People with the disorder experience involuntary, irrational, and repetitive thoughts, called obsessions. These obsessions generate anxiety, angst, and fear in the patient, who is accomplished to perform compulsive actions in his attempt to neutralize the unpleasant sensations associated with the obsession. The cycle of obsession is a compulsion requires a long time, each day, and inhibits the performance of an important activity for the person. Those are imagined or impulsive that occur again and again are often in your control. Asperger's syndrome is a neurobiological condition axis of the behavioral and mental characteristics that is a part of autism spectrum disorder. One name is a memory of Franz Asperger, an Austrian doctor. Framings with generalizes developmental disorders in the Ujactic edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorder. It does not appear as such because it is considered included in the conditions of the autistic spectrum. Since the person with said diagnosis show difficult from variable severity in social interaction and communication, as well as activity and interest in areas that are usual. In dissociative identity disorder, formally unknown, is a multiple personality disorder. The person is under the control of two different identities alternatives. Furthermore, the person cannot recall information that they normally remember easily, such as everyday events, important personal information, and or traumatic or stressful events. A highly stressful event during childhood may prevent some children from integrating their experiences into a unique identity. The person has two or more identities and has memory gaps for every event. Important personal information and traumatic or stressful events, as well as many other symptoms such as a depression or anxiety. In these senses, the organisms approach to mentally have turned if into predominantly medical method, and his has left the balance of an enormous professional burden for a medicine, recurring to do it with a dimensions that for most medical specialists are unknown. Thus, it is necessary to reiterate that every young interested is so a chronic mental illness needs more knowledge about the social science than specialists in organic, morbid process, including non-medical specials. That is a why is a word asking if the people who can today for the psychological support should be called patients of perhaps simple cleans, psychological of the patients fix the change inherited from the terminology and medical setting. From this characterization, the Wixberg praise assumption that people affect forever is the most idea health of the others.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants, you know what I mean. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?